This week will be the go home show of SmackDown for Backlash because it is a SmackDown exclusive pay per view. But before we get to SmackDown and before we get to Backlash, it is time to talk about Monday Night Raw. What do you got?
Here on April 12th of 2004. We start off Raw the same way we've been starting off Raw the past 3 weeks now, match-wise anyway. Jazz versus Molly Holly. Going one-on-one once again. And once again, these two have a great match. So a lot of callbacks to the previous matches at this point. Pull-up attempt similar to the first match. Jazz is able to count. Jazz tries to powerbomb Molly out of the ring, but she's able to hit a Hurricane Rana counter from the inside out, Rey Mysterio style. And then Jazz lands on her feet outside the ring. Molly's on the apron. Hits a Molly go round from the apron to the outside to take out Jazz. Molly throws Jazz over the barricade, and when Jazz pops back up, she hits Molly in the head with a steel chair and is disqualified. So,
once again, another creative way to continue the chaos.
Exactly. So obviously, a chair shot to the dome. Remember, this is before CTE was invented. Chris Nancy's still working on it. But Molly is instantaneously busted open. Jazz is obviously furious, hence the previous chair shot. The referee is trying to protect Molly, as is their job. Jazz, of course, is pissed that the referee is getting in the way of the ass whooping she wants to distribute to Molly. So Jazz just power bombs the ref and then continues to beat on Molly with the steel chair until security run out to pull her off of Molly and back to the back. Jazz, however, powers through, grabs Molly, and power bombs her through the announce table to close out the segment.
So part of me wonders which of the active referees could comfortably take
a Jazz powerbomb.
Sure. And if we couldn't pinpoint pick one, would it be smarter to maybe put a small local guy in the zebra shirt for the night?
Yeah, I'm about to say that was my thoughts, just because it'd be, well, hey, we never remember which referees are there anyway. I always
for sure
back to Mini Nate and Earl Hebner.
Yeah, I think Patrick was still there, but both him and Nick Patrick and Charles Robinson were both SmackDown referees because they wore the blue shirts in the split.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that it might be smart to just put an indie.
Yeah, somebody that can be thrown
there.
around.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Like a Colin Delaney type.
Yes, that'd be perfect. The end of the first segment, quite explosive, if I do say so myself.
Well, and it's also what you tend to do, which is be respectful to the women competitors.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're just as athletic, just as talented.
Right.
Especially Jazz and Molly Holly.
Well, I was going to say, you've got the ones that can do the work, whereas mine are not exactly...
Yeah, not built for that.
Yeah, it's not built for that. That's a great way to put it.
So, this next match, I decided to bust out a Vince Russo classic to, get some comedy in, along with our violence that we just witnessed 5 minutes ago.
So, palate cleanser.
Yeah, thank you. That was the word I was looking for. We have John Cena defending the Evolve title against one Steven Richards in a Singapore cane on a pole match.
I like that. That's funny.
Obviously, Cena wins because I don't remember the last time I had Steven Richards win anything on my show. Point being, third defense. After the win, Rhino gores Steven Richards and continue on about his day. But he really felt something because, that's his friend from ECW. But he still gored him. Rhino holds on after the match because he's got his own match. Rhino will be in a handicap match versus Rico and Rob Conway. With John Cena sitting on commentary on the outside, talking about how great he is and bigging up the big man.
Yes, and he's a great orator.
So he'll probably spit a couple bars or two with JR and King. I don't know, Oz, can you guess how this match will end?
I'm assuming a gore, maybe two.
Yeah, you would be correct. 2 gores. 1 to Conway, 1 to Rico, 1, 2, 3 on Rico. Rhino wins.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm about to say, not big surprises, but does the simple things well.
Yes.
Next up, we have Randall Keith Orton with a Dave Batista going one-on-one with Tommy Dreamer. So obviously Randy wins, RKO to Dreamer. keep it moving.
Oh, I'm so shocked.
Yeah, nah, I know. I know.
I mean, it wasn't a Dreamer driver?
Nah, it wasn't the Spicoli driver for the win, unfortunately. After the match, which is what the important things come in, Tori walks out and lets Randy know that next week Mick Foley will return, and he has words to say to this young man. Simple as that. Backstage, Gail Kim says she wants her women's championship back, but that tonight, that's not the primary focus. Tonight, the International Allied Elect Assassins will crush the Faces, and afterwards they can refocus on running Monday Night Raw as the unbeatable force that they are. She then goes from that interview to Gorilla to the ring. So that really good shot that Triple H's WWE likes to do.
Modern day.
Big fan of that. And the IAEA.
Yes. IAEA, yes.
IAEA, I was right the first time.
Yeah.
Cool. Didn't have it in front of me. Make their entrance. Billy Gunn comes out with Nikita and announces that he is not going to be in the match because they have recruited a new member to face, a new comrade to join all of our encouragers. And because they thought it was a great opportunity to introduce this new member, because Tori just signed them, check my watch here, 5 minutes ago. So, out comes Scotty 2 Hotty, Rikishi, and Grandmaster Sexay. Too Cool is back, baby.
Oh, that's amazing. I did not realize that Brian Christopher had a...
It was for, I believe, a month.
Okay, that's
month
awesome.
long, but it is around this time.
That's awesome.
So, perfect timing.
Yeah, no, it's like that time that I had Remy and Rudy team with
Yeah,
Test.
exactly.
It was like a 2-3 week run. But,
hey.
But we got to do something fun with
Hey,
it.
listen, at least you got to put them on TV.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember what segment it was. Actually, it was probably a Nostalgia Act run.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Like it is right now. So, wrestling's sprinkled with crazy, weird returns for no reason.
Oh, yeah, it's always been the case. I'm actually trying to remember or document the Marty Jannetty returns, because there's one coming.
There is a lot of them.
Up
Yeah.
for the two actually coming up for this coming WrestleMania, and then there are two after that in the 07 and then 09.
Yeah.
So whatever Shawn Michaels is doing en route to those occasions, I'm sure he'll have some goings on.
Yeah, I'm about to say some nostalgia, if you will. We got the main event of the evening. Regal, Carlito, Tajiri with Eric Bischoff, who has come out to join his assassins. Gail Kim and Nydia versus Too Cool, Faces version of Too Cool. Kishi, Scotty, Grandmaster Sexay with Billy Gunn and Nydia. So as you can imagine, with all these 19,000 bodies out there, it's a little chaotic. A little chaotic. It eventually does break down, though. Billy Gunn is slapped by Linda Miles. So, of course, Billy Gunn, being the gentleman that he is, picks her up and walks her to the back in classic Billy Gunn fashion. Nydia and Gail Kim are pretty much fighting each other and fight to the back. Now that Gail can actually fight people, it's phenomenal. And with that, we finally get to the action in the ring. Scotty is able to dodge the miss. Been there, done that. Hits the DDT and the worm on Tajiri before clotheslining him to the inside out. Sexay does the hip hop drop, which is just a leg drop.
Of course.
To Carlito, Scotty, and Tajiri on the outside. And then Rikishi is able to nail Regal with the Rikishi driver to get the 1-2-3 for Too Cool. Huge win. After this win, Eric Bischoff is obviously furious. He gets in the ring and starts poking Big Rikishi. So, while that's happening, he does not realize that Billy Gunn and Nydia have both come back, and the entire group of face is standing there in the ring. And as he turns around, he goes, guys, it's all good. We're going to take this moment to time out. Remember, I am an authority here, so there's no reason to do anything we're going to regret. As soon as he does that, Nydia kicks him square, and then the Never Go Agains. Billy hits the Famouser. Sexay hits the hip-hop drop. Scotty hits the worm. And then Rikishi is able to hit the breakaway pants for a callback to the stink face. After the stink face is given, Carlito and Regal are able to drag Eric out of there. And back, obviously, he is hurt, frazzled, and embarrassed. And then, of course, you know what we got to do at the end of Raw.
Yeah, it's the music,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
dance, it's the
You look fly
classics.
to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody gets the glasses.
Yeah,
Say Nitty and Billy get the sunglasses, and they get down with their bad stuff.
Like, I could see this coming since the second Grandmaster 6 I showed up.
Hey, listen.
Because you ain't even mad at it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
about
like,
to say. You listen. If the Too Cool music were to hit today and Scotty and Rikishi were in the ring,
Yeah.
the crowd would still go crazy.
And you know who would join them?
Everybody.
His sons, Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those.
You could even get soloed.
I'm about to say,
Babyface
we can
Pop,
get
too.
Jacob in there. Shoot. And they put the sunglasses on Roman, the crowd would lose their
Yes,
mind.
sir. Yes, sir.
But that is how we close out Raw. Big Too Cool celebration party. First one in, I think, a year.
So, yeah,
At
something
minimum.
real close to that.
Yeah.
So I love the contrast between the end of your Raw and the end of SmackDown, because since this is the Go Home show, this is April 15th, tax day of 2004,
Love that.
1 year before I enlisted in the Army. We are in Indianapolis, Indiana, at the Conseco Fieldhouse. The show opens with our television champion, Booker T, defending against Chuck Palumbo. So, Chuck rides his motorcycle out.
Yep.
He and Booker instantly go at it, throwing hands.
Soup booms.
The-
The lot.
Yes, you can basically copy and paste Big Evil, Red Devil, Biker Taker onto this Chuck Palumbo, and he is playing the hits.
Love to see it.
The only thing is, the big problem that comes is Jamie Noble trips up Chuck Palumbo at one point when he's working toward the ropes. Booker hits a scissors kick, retains, goes out with the title. We see the LLC in the back prepping for a couple of things this evening, but the most important one is the main event match, which is JBL attempting to get back his Intercontinental title from the Hurricane. But Maven Huffman and Danny Holiday tell JBL that they're going to make sure that Toa Reigns and Saren Moore don't get involved. Nothing's going to be like it was last week.
That's right. It's all going to be above board this week.
Well, I don't know if we'll go that far, because their plan is to not have the odds be evened. So Maven does defeat Saren Moore in the tag match
Okay.
between the good, the superheroes
Yeah,
and
point
the
on this,
LLC. So throughout the match, it does promote the upcoming main event.
As it
JBL, the man who will be challenging Eddie Guerrero at the pay-per-view for the Undisputed title, and how he is going back after his Intercontinental Championship. Speaking of Indeed, one of the two men that made that word famous, that being Funaki from Kaientai, he comes to the ring along with...
The Masters of Discipline?
Yes, well, I was going to say specifically, he comes to the ring with Muay Thai Yang, because they are both backing up Akio Sakota as he attempts to defeat Gene Oli Dinsmore,
Ooh, good luck with that.
the most excellent Lord of the Ring. As the match plays out, it's almost identical to last week. However, Akio Sakota does try and do different disciplines in the match, whereas Muay Thai Yang was trying to get all the Muay Thai in.
Yep.
Akio Sakota is trying to take down Gene Oli Dinsmore with Aikido.
Yeah.
The match on Dinsmore's side does play out the same. He hits the Razor's Edge. He hits the big leg drop, the elbow, the stunner, the rock bottom. Not in this sequential order, but it does finish off with the Lord's Will, which is the sharpshooter. And when Sakota taps out, Dinsmore is just looking straight dead into the camera, basically cutting a promo about how that, the Lord's will be done, things will never be the same, yada yada. But the referee is just trying to get his attention. He's like, you got to break this hold, or I'm going to have to reverse the decision. Dinsmore does eventually let go of it, but not before Kung Funaki gets in the ring, shoves Dinsmore, and when Gene gets up, he gets in his face and he says, Sunday, you will face the most excellent Lord of the Ring. So, again, promoting for the pay-per-view.
Love to see it.
Post that segment and that announcement, we see Edge, Rey Mysterio, and Chavo Guerrero, the filthy, dirty animals. They are in the back, and the most fun thing that I like about this segment is, you remember how last week they were talking about a Final Four party?
Yeah.
In San Antonio. Well, this week they're talking about planning an Indy 500 celebration Sunday, May 30th. So
it's a busy month.
So this is important. Well, so if you remember right, we're only at April 15th.
Oh yeah, right.
So the reason I'm having them plan so far in advance is because this is not just to show that they are party boys, but they're also strategic planners as well.
That's right.
And so it shows a new element of this trio.
Yeah.
So these filthy, dirty animals, not only do they love to party, but they love to plan ahead and be intelligent. Because let's be real, the rated R superstar or
he didn't get that name for no reason.
Ultimate opportunist, all those things. And let's be real, Rey Mysterio, all-time classic. And we have big plans for Chavo Guerrero, which I'm not going to give away, but you already know.
Yeah.
So I want them all three to seem very important, even at this early stage.
Oh yeah.
Next up, Lance Storm versus Jamie Noble. And because Noble cost Palumbo earlier in the night, Palumbo cost Jamie here, so Lance Storm does come out on top.
Love to see
Easy peasy.
Quick and easy single leg crap for the dub.
So if you have noticed I'm going quickly, it's because there's a whole pay-per-view to come after the next three segments. The match before the main event is Paul London, who is accompanied to the ring by Rodney Mack, no Cruiserweight Championship, versus Bubba Ray Dudley, who is accompanied to the ring by Spike and Devon. So, in this match, Paul London miraculously, think Chris Sabin miraculously, is able to overcome and defeat Bubba Ray Dudley, but after the match, London grabs onto the mic and he says that Heyman stole what's mine.
Stole my property.
And I want my Cruiserweight title back. Heyman pops up onto the Tron and he says to London, on Sunday, you will get a brand new championship. You'll see it, everybody will see it, but you will have to defend that said championship against Spike Dudley. But don't worry, I'm also going to give you the opportunity, you and Mr. Mack, I'll give you the opportunity to find a friend, and you can challenge the Dudleys for their Team Extreme Tornado Championships at Backlash as well.
Not a bad deal.
So at this point, London is like, okay, well, I know the title will be there, be a new physical championship, but, you know, at least I get back mine. And he's kind of intrigued. He's like, okay, I can walk away with 2 titles.
I'm about to sack a walkout double champion. Not many people in AEW have done that.
On that exact same point, we, on commentary, hear Taz and Cole say, JBL also hopes to walk out of Backlash with 2 championships. Tonight, he is attempting to win back his Intercontinental titles from the Hurricane, or Hurricane Helms.
Yeah.
And
I guess we never did establish which one he was.
so I say the Hurricane for simplicity, but I always write Hurricane Helms because in my mind it's Toa Reigns, Saren Moore, and Hurricane Helms.
All right, you like the double name. Yeah, I forgot. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
But just for simplicity, I often say the Hurricane for...
I'm about to say, everybody knows who you're talking about.
Exactly. So, JBL comes out alone, and nobody believes it's going to stay that way.
That didn't even sound right.
Nobody believes it's going to stay that way. So, he is playing to the crowd. He's like, I got this. I'm smart. I know what's up. I can beat this vanilla midget, if you will.
Nah, not the vanilla midget.
So, out next is Stand Back. There's a Hurricane coming through. He's wearing his Intercontinental Championship.
I can't remember. Did he win the Intercontinental Championship?
Not in real life. No, he's only ever tag team and cruiserweight champion.
Shoot.
So
we treat him better than the real world.
we try. Before the bell even rings, like they're sizing each other up.
Yeah.
The ref's about to call for the bell. We see on the screen that Eddie, Chavo, Edge,
and
Ray, Reigns, and Moore are all fighting the LLC out of the arena to make sure that they can't get back in. So
nice.
Eddie, he says, "You guys got this." The FDA and Koinona say yes. He jumps back in through, locks the door. They ain't coming back in the building.
Nice.
So
I like a big stadium only has one entrance in every wrestling.
Well, you know what I'm saying. It's just to make the point.
Yeah. They're locked out. Is the idea.
With this, Hurricane gets a quick and decisive retention. Eddie comes out. He and JBL have a face-to-face, a confrontation, a final talk before the pay-per-view. And so John barely wrestled. Like, he did get surprised and defeated, but he's able to talk.
Yeah.
And he says that at Backlash, I'm going to put you through hell. I was the first man to pin you after you won that championship, but you and I both know you're not long for being undisputed champion. I'm the one who can take this company to new heights. And Eddie looks him dead in the eye. He's hot. He's heated. He's Latino heat. And he says, you think you can put me through hell? This Sunday, it's going to be 3 stages of hell.
Ooh.
You know what? We'll just end on that tease and not reveal what the 3 stages are until we get to Backlash.
Most feels it's going to happen in 10 seconds.
Exactly. But I mean, like, it just gives the show a great cliffhanger and a reason to...
Give you a hook by the pay-per-view.
Yes, a hook. So, Cole and Taz can even say, buy the pay-per-view this Sunday, April the 18th, and find out what are the 3 match stipulations for JBL versus Eddie Guerrero. That we fade to black. Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more. But most importantly, the story itself. We come back up. We are in Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, wow. Canadian pay-per-view.
So, You know why, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we were in legitimately Edmonton in real time because of who the legitimate big gold belt holder was.
Yeah.
But, we'll just not talk about that, I guess.
Nope, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to think about it.
Because it did not happen here.
It did not happen.
Broke his neck in 01 and never wrestled again.
And, crying shame.
It's not really.
On the upside, we
Saved some lives.
saved so many lives.
Is included. Hopefully. That's the hope.
Fingers crossed.
So, the show opens with Kung Fu Naki, accompanied by the Mod Squad, the Masters of Discipline. He is wrestling Gene Ole Dinsmore.
What an opening match.
And this contest, while I don't want it to become stale, it is exactly what we've come to expect in the 2 prior matches from Dinsmore, and that is him paying homage to the past, because in his way of speaking, the past was actually foretelling of his coming. And so
the prophecy has now been realized.
Yes, and so that's the thing that I love about this character is he is like an old version of the very talkative Roman Reigns. So Roman in his it started when nobody was around.
Yes.
But it has maintained since the people have returned. He's been very good at
talking trash
while the match is happening. Yeah. Exactly. And so Gene Ole Dinsmore wins the match. This time I'm gonna not have it be the Lord's will.
Okay.
Because
what do we finish it on?
I'm gonna have him win with what he's calling a broken halo, which is the stunner.
Okay.
So again, I'm just gonna piece by piece, little by little.
Halo's phenomenal. That's good. I like that.
So I'm gonna little by little, piece by piece, rename all these moves because again, they were meant to show.
Foretell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so throughout the match, he talks about what all these things meant that you have already seen in wrestling, and he wins. I wanted him to get a 1, 2, 3. I wanted it to be decisive, and that way it's not identical to the other 2 prior matches.
I like it. It's a pay-per-view win as opposed to a TV win.
And when the referee hits the 3, the crowd can boo like the Dickens because this is a character that nobody is a fan of.
Yeah.
The next match is completely contrary to the one we saw because that's what we love to do in wrestling, have variety.
Indeed.
This match is the Team Extreme Tornado Championship match. And so the Dudleys of Bubba Ray, Spike, and Devon are defending against
Those damn Dudleys.
defending against Rodney Mack, formerly from the NPAA, but there is nobody's left.
I'm
It's
about to say they
just
don't.
him and
They're
Teddy.
either all injured, gone, or
Yeah, it's just
retired.
retired or injured, retired. Yeah, you got them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Rodney accompanied by Teddy Long. Paul London comes out, still no championship because Paul Heyman has maintained that in his grasp.
But apparently he'll get a new championship, as they say later on tonight.
Well, I think in Paul's preference it would actually be Spike Dudley, but we'll see what happens.
I was about to say.
So, and their partner, while they're in the ring before the bell rings, before it happens, he comes out on that motorcycle, vroom vroom. It's Chuck Palumbo, babyface.
Not a bad pull.
Yes.
Not a bad pull.
Let's be real. So Paul London very much measures up to Spike Dudley. I think Chuck makes Bubba look like a normal person.
Yep.
And so Devon and Rodney can really go at it hand to hand.
Yeah.
In the end, Spike Dudley hits the Dudley dog on Paul London, gets that 1, 2, 3, and Spike, he helps his brothers maintain the titles, but more importantly than that, he says, I'm gonna be walking away with your championship later.
Yeah.
So, because of because of Maven Huffman and Danny Holiday falling short on SmackDown, Doug Basham and Orlando Jordan go 2-on-2 with Tola Reigns and Sharon Moore in an effort to help bolster JBL's preparation mindset for the main event.
I'm about to say, nothing like beating up your guys' friends.
Yes. And so they don't succeed.
I'm shocked. I can't believe this.
Tola Reigns is able to hit a Samoan drop on Doug Basham. He hits a bonsai drop, but let's not call it that. We'll call it a hero's flight.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
So he hits a Samoan drop and a hero's flight on Doug Basham, gets the 1, 2, 3, and Koinonis win, and
secure the W, as we like to see.
Maven Huffman is going to try and bring the Intercontinental Championship back to the LLC. So up next is Maven Huffman versus Hurricane Helms. Hurricane maintains the Intercontinental title.
Let's go.
And last and finally, for the LLC storyline, before we get to JBL versus Eddie
for the main event of the evening,
we see Orlando Jordan, Danny Holiday, and so Doug Basham. So Doug Basham, Danny Holiday, and Orlando Jordan. 2/3 of these guys who fell short to Koinonis earlier.
Yep.
They are in the back and they're complaining to Heyman. They said, it's not fair. We know we can beat anybody you put us in the ring with.
Yeah.
And so Heyman says, all right, well, Jordan hasn't wrestled yet. Or, no. He says, Danny Holiday hasn't wrestled yet.
There you go.
So Orlando Jordan, Doug Basham, and Danny Holiday are sent to the ring to take on the Filthy Dirty Animals. Edge hits a spear on Orlando Jordan. Rey Mysterio trips up Danny Holiday, hits a 619, and Chavo hits a frog splash on Doug Basham. The FDA come out on top over the LLC.
Hard to party if you don't get W's. So
exactly. So they're living large, happy as can be. Next up, Spike Dudley, who carries out his 1/3 of the Team Extreme Tornado Championships. He makes his way out to the ring, and Paul Heyman interrupts Paul London's entrance with the championship in a closed bag, or the
velvet, one of those velvet cloths.
Exactly.
You know the gimmick.
So Heyman stops Paul London from doing his energetic entrance, and he says, "Let me go." And so London's now on the ramp. He's irritated, but Heyman walks out with the title in hand.
And in the closet, Paul Heyman strut.
So Paul Heyman now in ring, Spike Dudley to his left, and London then finishes his run to the ring, does his flip into the middle of the ring.
Yep.
Paul Heyman.
I always love that. That was a fun entrance.
Paul Heyman gets the mic from Tony Chimmel and says, he says, 2 weeks ago, I watched Devon Dudley defeat Paul London for weeks now, I've seen Bubba Ray, Spike, and Devon wrestle Paul London, Rodney Mack, and the list goes on. Just tonight, we saw Chuck Palumbo.
Throw his name in that ring.
Correct. I know that the Cruiserweight Championship meant something to World Championship Wrestling.
WCW.
But WCW never meant anything to Paul Heyman. And so tonight, and from here on out, the Cruiserweight Championship is no more.
Whoa.
And so at that point, Paul
Gets a hell of an accolade. He gets the, sorry.
Go ahead.
Paul London getting a hell of an accolade being the last Cruiserweight champion.
Yes.
It's a huge legacy to carry.
So Paul Heyman pulls the belt out of the
leather strap. Yeah.
Yes. And so it's revealed that from here on out, it's no longer about weight limits. It's about...
No limits.
No, that's TNA.
I don't know that.
I wish I could do that. But
oh, yeah, they actually exist now.
yeah, so what this division is about is fast-paced style. So if you're in a headlock, you better break that within 5 count or else you lose the match.
Oh, my Lord.
So if you're outside the ring, you better get back in 5 or the matches are... Like, the point is...
so the point is...
To keep the pace going.
Quick action.
Yes. So
okay.
So it doesn't matter that you weigh, in the case of Bubba Ray Dudley,
300 and whatever pounds.
Exactly. Or in the case of Devon, you're 280.
Yeah.
What matters is that you can get the job done and you put the damage in and keep the pace going.
Okay.
And so everything about this fast-paced style, or FPS, FPS division, will be keeping the pace going.
I'm interested to see how this works. Okay.
So
fast-paced style.
Heyman joins.
So is Paul London technically the champion right now?
He is still the champion, yes.
Okay.
So he is defending the fast-paced championship against Spike Dudley for the first time ever.
All right.
It's like that time when Charlotte walked into WrestleMania as Divas champion.
Yeah.
They then revealed the women's title, and it's like, okay, this lineage this legacy is now
starting
yours.
With Charlotte.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I like it. What's going to happen?
Heyman joins Taz and Cole on commentary, explaining all of the intricacies of the way that he sees this playing out.
Exactly. And I'm assuming the referee already knows the rules because I know the competitors in the ring probably don't. Well, Spike might.
Yeah, that's a good point. My presumption is Paul did talk to the referee and Spike Dudley, and anytime Paul London does something that is a no-no, then the ref can pass on that you ought not to be doing that.
Yeah.
But in the end, Paul London, he hits all of his flashy moves. He's not really a methodical wrestler as it is, so
I'm about to say he's not really a big headlock takeover guy.
he's by nature going to be doing what needs to be done.
Exactly.
Paul London gets the 1, 2, 3. He retains the title or wins the title. It's however you want to look at it.
I'm about to say retains the newly named and created championship.
Yes.
I guess is the best way to phrase that. Okay, I like it. So basically, with the fast-paced style, everything's so like there's no mat work essentially in this. So Zack Sabre Jr. would not shine in a fast-paced style match.
He best be so you know how Tajiri would put on the tarantula, and he had 5 to get it broke.
Yeah,
that's how it is with every submission over this match.
Got it. All right. So okay, I like this. So submission style wrestler would have to get really creative just to win this.
Correct.
I like it.
So I always thought that the longer you run a submission hold, the worse it made the guy putting the hold on you look, and the more ridiculous you looked taking it. So I'm not saying Kurt Angle couldn't win this title conceptually because he wrenches that hard enough.
I'm about to say you get that grapevine and you can definitely get it in 5.
So we see a hype package that is going over what the 3 matches of this 3 stages of hell are. It also says this is only the second time this match has happened in the history of the organization. I know this.
Stone Cold and Triple H?
Stone Cold and Triple H, yes. So there was one that we didn't redo in the timeline.
Which one? Because I don't remember that.
I don't know. I just know there's one that happened, between
2001
2001 and 2004 that we didn't
do. All right, cool.
But because we didn't do it, that's why I'm hyping up the fact that this is only the second time this has happened since 2001.
I feel it. I was like 3 stages of hell stipulations.
So the first stage, there are 3 ways to win.
Okay.
Pinfall, submission, or escape the cage.
Oh, damn. We're starting with a cage match?
We're starting with a cage match.
God damn. All right.
So after that no matter who wins the cage match or how, we will go to a Falls Count Anywhere match.
And then escape the cage and then run out to the stands.
And so then if the second fall isn't won by the person who won the first fall, we will end in an ambulance match.
Well, damn.
After we see the hype and the explanation, something unexpected happens. Remember where we're at?
Yeah, Canada. Edmonton,
Alberta, Canada.
I always forget the second one.
It's okay. We are in Canada. That was the more important part.
Yeah.
So before JBL can make his entrance, and definitely before the Undisputed Champion comes out, we hear Lance Storm's music play.
Oh, okay.
So Lance comes out to this Canadian crowd and he says, I've had an amazing career. Starting back in 1991, Chris Jericho and I had our first match together here in Canada. I don't think it was Edmonton, but in the Canada generalized concept.
Yeah.
Lance, he said, I wanted to make sure this announcement happened here in Canada. And the crowd's like, no, don't do it, no.
Yeah.
And so Lance Storm
retire.
He says, this will be my last year as a wrestler. And the crowd boos.
Yeah.
He says, 2005, I'm going to hang it up. But with an eye to the future, I want you to know, just like the Hearts did for me, Pop, we're in Canada, I'm going to start the Lance Storm Wrestling Academy and do all I can to make sure Canada and wrestling has nothing to worry about in the future.
I love that.
Then they pop again because they're happy.
Yeah.
Hey, you brought up the Hearts, talked about Canada's legacy.
Thank you, Lance.
Yes.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you,
And
Lance.
yeah, and so I do this with the fact of the matter is, in real life, Lance retired in 2004.
Yeah.
But then he didn't really retire in 2004 because he has his last match in 2005.
Yeah.
And so what I'm doing is I'm just giving it a happy medium. I'm announcing the 2005 retirement while not announcing a fake retirement in 2004 to then actually retire in 2005.
Yeah.
So I'm just meeting it in the middle, and it's a way to make it make sense.
Yeah, it works for me.
And again, it's a way to highlight
honestly,
him in Canada.
I really enjoy retirement years too. It might be the fact that we've had like 4 of them this year and last year.
Well, and the thing
before.
about this storyline is our Lance Storm is babyface, and we have so many heels that are going to want to take the scalp of Lance Storm and say, you don't get your year, you get to retire this year. That's
you
what
get
I'm
to retire right here, right now.
and wherever we're at. So the main event match, the 3 stages of hell match for the Undisputed Championship, JBL versus Eddie Guerrero. In the steel cage portion
Portion of the match.
Thank you. JBL climbs out after hitting a clothesline from hell.
Huh.
So JBL, he raises his arm and he plays to the crowd. They boo, they hate it.
Yeah.
But Eddie, who is so mad at himself, he is frustrated as can be. He doesn't even wait for them to raise the cage. He dives through the door as the referee is, trying to get it all figured out. He pushes the ref out because they were gonna lock it to raise it up.
Yeah.
He pushes the referee away, dives through the door, hits John Bradshaw Layfield on the floor, and they just are going at it nonstop. Chaos. If you remember the real life JBL Eddie Guerrero feud, it was a bloodbath.
Oh, big time.
So
I'm about to say, I still remember all the blood that Eddie left on the floor.
yes, sir. So this first cage match, it busted open Eddie.
Yeah.
He was busted open before he ate the clothesline from hell. But when they get out to the floor, Eddie is able to use the entranceway, the staging area, to bust open JBL. And as John is trying to get away from Eddie, he's working his way back toward the ring. Eddie wraps camera cables around JBL's throat, and Bradshaw taps out to have the referee to have the referee separate Eddie and this moment. And we are now in the third and final fall, that being the ambulance match. And in the end, what happens is Eddie So JBL came out in his limo, right?
Yeah, of course.
So Eddie uses the horns from the hood to dig into the head of busted open JBL.
Woo.
JBL's crawling away. Eddie runs back toward the limo, drop kicks John in the head, like a basement drop kick type thing.
Yeah.
But while he was crawling toward the ambulance unintentionally.
Yeah,
but just to get away from Eddie.
Just to get away from Eddie.
And so while Bradshaw is down, Eddie Guerrero is a lunatic, a dummy, a ridiculous idiot. He climbs on top of the ambulance, hits a frog splash to the floor, selling his knee.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And so while he's holding his knee, JBL is curled up, clutching his midsection.
His ribs.
The referee is like, what do I even do? I don't think either of these guys are going to make it.
Yeah.
So
we might need an ambulance for both guys.
Exactly. That's a great line for commentary. But in the end, Bradshaw beats Eddie to his feet.
Yeah.
Picks up Guerrero, who is still holding his knee.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, crap.
Just like his great friend Rey Mysterio. My knee.
Yes. So people are worried. They're like, crap, is Bradshaw going to throw Eddie into the ambulance?
Yeah.
But as Bradshaw goes to hoist up Eddie, he flips up, hits a DDT from on the floor.
Yeah, from nowhere.
Yeah, from out of nowhere. Eddie picks up Bradshaw, tosses him in the ambulance, closes left door, closes right door. His music hits, covered in blood, but he retains the Undisputed Championship.
Good Lord.
Yes, it is quite the battle that Eddie put in to keep his championship. And yeah, that was the first pay-per-view with Eddie Guerrero as our Undisputed Champion. What can we expect on this road?
Sounds like we're watching a CZW show, my Lord.
So, I'll be honest, I am trying my best, my absolute best, to make Eddie Guerrero the most standout Undisputed Champion, because we know that next year is the end
for this world.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for your help.
Yes, sir. Great run. Great run.